fans, is with us now. Guy who presided over the resurgence of this franchise, Dan Quinn. Great. Thank you so much for being here with me and Jay.
Good to have you here, Coach. I'm pumped to be here, man. 2 OGs here today in Virginia. Come on, man.
Wait a second. Isn't
I grew
it
up on
3 OGs?
SportsCenter.
I think it's 3 OGs.
Well,
yeah.
I'm really pumped to be here with you guys. Obviously, growing up on SportsCenter, watching things, man. I'm so pumped to watch you guys. To be here with you guys today, and let's get it rocking.
Yeah. Let's start off with the news of the day.
I understand you have an announcement, something you want to tell us about Terry McLaurin.
Yeah. So Terry, good news, very good news. Terry reported yesterday he'll start training camp on PUP with an ankle injury. And Adam and his team still, working with Terry, regarding contract stuff. But PUP start, working some rehab, with training staff, with medical staff, and then we'll build him back up.
What's the injury?
He had an ankle at the end of last season.
Okay.
So it's just that's not that uncommon, where sometimes it lingers, into the off season, into training camp. So that's where it's at.
He was such a huge part of this team last year, going 12-5, going on the road, winning at Tampa Bay, winning at Detroit in the playoffs, getting to the NFC title game. For you now, a year later, how different is it coming into camp?
Yeah, looking back as he started camp last year, we didn't know each other yet.
Yeah.
We didn't have our identity set. You have to go through adversity. You have to go through the things to create that identity. So shifted a whole year. Now we do have that. We do know what we stand for, and you have to go through things like a 3-game losing streak to come out the other end of that. But that's, to me, the biggest difference. Our standards are set, our identity of who we want to be. Now, you still have to go and do that. Last year, at this time, we were still getting to know each other, and we didn't have that yet.
Describe the difference in the feeling from last year before you had all that to after you experienced that and you're coming back in trying to do it again.
Yeah, what is that identity that you're talking about?
I think it starts with connection. And the best of the best teams, they are so connected, and that's what I do love about our team. These guys really want to fight for one another. They want to push each other at practice. One of my favorite parts of training camp is the competition. And we are our first opponent. We're the first ones we play, and so we're doing that every day. Can you imagine being a defensive end going against Tunsil, or a DB trying to match with Jaden, or an offensive lineman blocking Payne? You kind of get where I'm going. It's this competition that fuels these next 5 weeks, and it's a lot of fun because that's how we get ourselves ready.
Hey, and you got to draft the right quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So, everybody in place, Josh Harris, Adam Peters, you, Jaden Daniels. Does it remind you at all of your Seattle days? You guys were so in line, top to bottom in the organization. Russell Wilson came in and led you guys to a Super Bowl in his second season.
Yeah, one of the things I enjoy most with Adam, it's this collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part of working on things together and in a partnership, you get the best parts of those relationships, and you lean in on the different spots. And so Adam is elite at looking through draft class and people.
Yeah.
And so we lean on one another in the best of ways. But that's why I coach. I love doing these hard things with people and so Adam's that partner for me to lean in and back and forth. So it's been an awesome start, Hannah, because, we see the team, we talk about the team, and we have a real vision of what we want our play style and attitude to feel and look like. And so, man, it's as fun as you could imagine.
What's it been like for you to look at the growth of Jaden specifically?
I've learned in a year's time that, there's nothing that surprises me with him. There's no comparison. There's no, I'm not, okay, he's like this person or that. That's what I've learned. He has this uncommon work ethic. It's relentless. And so it gives you confidence as a coach. And not just the other players have confidence with him because of this work ethic, but you do as a coach as well, because you know this work that he's put in. So when he gets to these winning time moments, there's a little smile that comes up on the sideline. But it's not just because I love competing. It's because I put in the work, and now I'm ready for this chance. And so that's one of the things that I really admire about him.
Yeah, you've called him a savage
yes,
in that
he is.
regard. And really, since Pop Warner football, he's had this unique dedication to improving every year. I know he went back even to California,
Yes.
Worked with his childhood coach, a guy he's been working with since he was 12. It's hard to imagine just looking at him from afar. Wow, he really needs to improve something. But what has he been working on?
Yeah, it's endless, for him. So It could be as specific as a certain throw. It could be as specific as a certain read. I want to speed up my processing on this specific play. So that's the detail. And so there's been times where I'm in here in the weight room and I see him, it's dark, I see him walking out of the dark from the field.
Wow, okay.
You know, like he wants to be.
He's that guy.
Yes, and so you can imagine the confidence that instills in others, knowing that this man puts it in, and it's not, you know, that's the unseen work that people don't know, but that's who he is, and you know how he gets down.
Big priority for you guys, showing up protection for Jaden. You added Laramie Tunsil, drafted Josh Connolly. Your impressions thus far of that O-line and what you think you might have ahead?
Yeah, we all know this one thing. The NFL is a line of scrimmage league.
Yeah.
And that's both sides.
On both sides,
that's
yep.
right.
And you've done added players on both sides.
Yeah. And so that part, I'm excited to see. Obviously, adding offensive tackles. We added defensive linemen too. You know, Javon Kinlaw, Kendrick Perkins. So the competition against one another at offensive line, defensive line, that's a big piece of it. Training camp and padded practices are the best time to help these guys compete and develop. Certain positions, it does matter. You know, you're in your pads. It's quarterback and receiver and corner, not as much. Offensive line, defensive line, running backs, it matters. And so I can't wait to see this competition, but they're off to a really good start, to answer your question.
Yeah, and talking about that, the defensive side, right? You allow 55 points to the Eagles. They rush for 200-plus yards all 3 times that you see them. You're going to see them again at least twice. Do you feel like you guys have made steps to get better in terms of your run defense?
Yeah, and that's the fun part of when you play a division team and then you play them again. So in the regular season, 1-1, but like also let's give them a bunch of credit, man. They played their ass off in that NFC Championship game, and I tip my hat to them. But that is, you know, also some fuel to say these are specific things that we need to do better to be who we want to be. So we don't think of it just against them, but to be who we want to be at our very best, these are the areas that we have to improve, and that's really how you look at it. There's scheme and players, and your off season, you build into that. What are the things we really liked? Let's keep doing that. What are the things that's, hey, let's take that out. And so you do have to have, it's kind of like an audit. That's out, that's in, and now you put the whole thing together again.
Keeps you from sitting back and enjoying your success to, all right, that was nice, but we got a lot of work to do moving forward, right?
That's
so
correct.
that fuel is important.
It is, because you don't want to remember the pain of the loss. You know, like it has to matter.
Yeah,
right.
It has to be a lesson. Otherwise,
not going through all that for nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe remember for a minute and try to let it go.
You don't want to just, you know, the pain of that loss has to matter.
Yeah.
And so you got your ass kicked. Why? What can take place? Why did we turn it over? Why did we not get takeaways? You know, like, but I don't want to say that without giving them their credit, man. Like, they had a remarkable year, and in that game, I could have been more impressed, you know, with their performance.
You had a couple of new veterans on defense, Von Miller, Bobby Wagner. I mean, Von Miller, you met him at a steakhouse?
We did. Just
dinner?
as the offseason came, we had lunch together. I've obviously coached against him. I've known him, and I was just so impressed by him through the years, the pass rush summit.